Now, a group of talented young students from CBS Primary Ennis have come back from the US with one of the top honours of the VEX Robotics World Championship. You'll remember they were in with us ahead of going to the event. They were competing against some of the best young STEM teams in the world in St. Louis, Missouri, in the United States. And the Clare students secured the prestigious Design Award for their engineering skill, teamwork and resilience under pressure. And joining me now to talk about the remarkable achievement are the Assistant Principal at CBS Primary Ennis, Colm Daveron, teacher Donna Little, and the drivers and students Maria Huriina, Antosh and Lucas O'Callaghan. You're all five of you very welcome to the studio. How are you?
Thanks very much, Alan.
Thanks very much to all of you for coming in. Colm, this is a brilliant achievement. Talk to us about that moment when the team heard their name announced, because obviously, you know, you go through the stages here, then there was the efforts to get over there, which we'll touch on again in just a moment, and then actually getting there and competing, and you know, it's a lot of hurdles to get over.
Absolutely. The moment that it's actually a funny story. The moment that we heard it, we were in the Sugar Fire Grill in St. Louis, and it was actually the other Irish teams who got onto us to let us know. Because we were it was one of those moments.
Hunger got the better of you, did it?
Exactly. It had been a long week, and we said we get something to eat, and then the award ceremony was happening for our division, and so we got a text message, and all of a sudden everyone just abandoned the restaurant and ran, and we absolutely hightailed it back to the venue, the America Centre. And in we went, and they had the award waiting for us, and it was a surreal moment. I mean, it's, as you said yourself, it's an incredible achievement for the school and for the sixth classes and for this group of children, because you're going up against the best in the world. You're talking about, let's say, 800 students from all across the world who are at the very height of, let's say, their VEX robotic talents, and to be recognised among those teams, to be recognised among 400 teams as one of the teams who showed resilience and showed ability and showed that commitment to the whole project. It's a wonderful moment for the school. It's a wonderful moment for County Clare, and like they were, as I've said many times, they're great ambassadors for Ireland. They were excellent while they were over there. They exhibited all the great qualities that we as a nation kind of espouse.
I'm hoping, Donna, that the centre where the event was happening was quite close to the eatery, and that you weren't all out of breath and red-faced by the time you got there.
No, we were. We almost saw our lunch again.
Oh, lovely. Painting an image for all of the listeners there. Absolutely amazing for the school, and because of everything that was involved, and you know, it's a lot of travel to get there, so for it all to work out, couldn't have gone any better, I guess.
No, it was absolutely brilliant, and like Colm said, like we just couldn't be prouder of them all. They were just absolutely excellent, and they really just shone over there. And the reason why they did get the Design the Build award was down to their problem solving, down to their teamwork, which was, like, as I kind of have said often enough to them, and they're probably sick of me saying it, that there's only, you know, one person wasn't going to win this competition, but actually as a team that they came together and they worked really hard, and then the judges then were able to see all that, and that's really why they got the award.
Yeah, let's hear from the gang themselves. Lucas, what was it like competing on such a massive international stage against teams from all over the world?
Well, it was crazy competing, because we've always been looking at these teams on YouTube and like seeing them, because it's crazy to see them in real life, like, because they're the best teams in the world, and we got to compete with them. So it's a crazy opportunity, you know. Yeah,
and you know, when you see them on the internet, as you say, they're so good. Or is there an element of, oh my God, we're going to be going up against them? Will we be able to do well? You know, kind of not fear, but will we be worried at all?
I mean, we were a little bit worried about like our robot and how he would do, but we were just there for the fun. We were there. It was such a great opportunity to go, and like it couldn't have been better. Like, you know.
Yeah, Antosh, what was your experience of it like? You know, you were there for the week, and you know, there was very little opportunity for sightseeing. It was all very much about the competition. What was your experience of the week like?
Same, kind of like Lucas. It was just very cool and crazy. It was our dreams, and it was a really fun experience.
The judges, they highlighted your technical understanding of coding and mechanics. Remind us again the challenge of how challenging it was to build and program the robot.
It was pretty hard since it was our first year and we didn't know all the building strategies and all that, but we got along. We were fixing all our problems with teamwork, and yeah.
And Maria, for yourself, as a team, how did that work? Was it smooth sailing, or when it was? Sometimes was it a case of too many cooks spoil the broth? Was there an element of butting heads? Come on, you can reveal all on air now.
I mean, we had a few issues, but our team is just like really well connected, and in general, we got past all the issues. Our teamwork, the teamwork was awesome. The whole experience was awesome, and of course, thank you to all the donations. We wouldn't be able to even come and compete there without the donations.
Yeah, and actually, thanks for the nice segue there, Maria, because I did want to get to that. Colm, talk to us about the donations, because to get a group of people to the US and to St. Louis is a fair whack of cash involved in that. So it obviously was a roaring success because you got there and did well. But talk to us about that.
And I think fair play to Maria. It shows her how she's connected to the entire concept, because she's so right. Without those contributions, we couldn't have done this. And from those contributions, everything from a fiver up to the massive contributions that we got from various companies around the place, that all contributed to give them an absolutely unforgettable experience. And we all contributed things a lot at the time, but it's lovely to see the impact that your contribution can have. So I suppose I'd like to take this opportunity just to thank everybody who contributed, from the very smallest amount to the very largest, for everything that they've done for this group of kids, for what they've done for the county, for the recognition that they've brought to the place, because everyone can share in this. Everyone, the entire sixth class, the entire school, and anybody who contributed, you can share in your contribution to what was a wonderful moment. For Clare, for Ireland, we were one of 2 schools in the country to receive an award, which is just it's really fantastic, and that wouldn't happen were it not for the generosity of people. And a lot of these people were generous even though they weren't involved with the school in any way. They just saw something that they figured, you know what, this would be worth getting behind, and they did that. And I think that's something that we are hugely thankful for, and they can be really proud of. So anybody who contributed to this in any way, shape or form, they get to share in it too, which is just lovely.
That is really nice, isn't it, Donna? That, obviously it's great that businesses help out and are community conscious, but individuals as well, and even just individuals who might not have a child going to the school or whatever, but they either just want to support something from Clare or just help children realise a dream. And we all know reaching into your pocket in the current climate is a lot harder than it's been before. That must be just really lovely to know that people did that.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think a lot of people as well would have the interest in STEM and STEAM. And it's to bring all of that experience that they've had now over in St. Louis. They're going to bring that back as well, and even bringing it on now into secondary school, into Coder Dojo, or they're already planning, aren't you guys? Yeah. They're already planning next year's game, and they have their strategies ready and they are ready to go. So, and they'll be teaching as well. They'll be teaching their classmates, and anyone else that's involved in it then in the future too. So it's lovely to see that. Very good. So good to know you're not hanging about, Antosh. Preparation is already underway. I suppose you have a reputation to keep up now.
Yes.
Are you looking ahead to next year? Do you have to are you looking at coming up with a completely different concept or an improved version of what you've done?
Yes. I mean, the game is different, but this year, but we're gonna come back with a stronger concept.
I tell you, he should be a politician. He doesn't want to reveal too much in case rival schools are listening. That's fair enough, Antosh. I understand where you're coming from. To balance all of this, Lucas, with normal school life, how demanding was that? You're preparing and doing all the work in the months leading up to the World Championship, but still the small matter of your classes.
Yeah, so sometimes it's very difficult. Like, you're only in school half the time. We're here working all the time, weekends, Easter holidays. But altogether, STEM or STEAM, whatever you want to call it, it helps with the innovation. It helps our minds, helps the creativity. It's like another piece of school. It just helps you.
Would you agree, Maria, that it took, you have to devote a lot of time to it, but what you get out of it is more than what you put into it?
Yeah, we had to put in the extra hours and everything, but it was all worth it in the end. The experience and everything, and how much we've learned from it, it's just amazing.
Well, you know what? Look, fair play to you all, and look forward to chatting to you this time next year when you've come back with another award. I've every confidence in you. My thanks to the assistant principal at CBS Primary Ennis, Colm Daveron. Colm, thank you. Thanks as well to teacher Donna Little, and to the students themselves, to Maria Huriina, Antosh Rogue and Lucas O'Callaghan. Thanks very much, guys,
Thanks,
and congratulations.
Thank you.
Great achievement for the school and indeed for the county. We're all going to bask in the afterglow of that.